So everything that happened while you were gone are going to be talked about here?
Yes, everything that happened from June 2025 to now in 2026 will be explained while I was rebranding. Starting off with June 2025, where after uploading my last video on the KFVH 2011 channel, I made one announcement to everyone, or should I say that characters, that I am rebranding the previous channel as another channel, along with a storyline for both DGG and Fantastic Toons, while remaining the previous KFVH channel as an archive to my shows under development, and making both this channel and this rebrand as canon. However, the rebrand will have the storyline and be remaked to the original. However, both the original DGG and Fantastic Toons will remain canon to the remakes, but under different perspectives, with the remakes showing what the actual POV is.
And myself, well, after hearing that, I decided not to do troublemaking stuff and continue living with my life, and in June of that year, was the last day for 8th year in Deviant City Academy. And in July 2025, we celebrated 4th of July, it was amazing. In fact, there were fireworks also, and in the July, I went to New York, and it was nice. I even met you, KFVH, or the new name, FHTV, and the Kamoboko squad is also there in New York along with you too.
And in August of 2025, I still continued planning the storyline of the remakes. Yeah, that NYC trip was great in June of that year, but on August I still planned for the remakes, mostly doing the storyline, nothing interesting for most of the month. Then came the 9th year in Deviant City Academy, sometime in the last days of August, and it was amazing the first day, especially seeing our teacher, Miss Clarice Brown. And in September of 2025, we heard about what happened in that day, September 10th, which was before the anniversary of 9/11, which I probably would not mention, because of political bullcrap going on, even though in my previous channel I was political before.
Oh yeah, what happened to that guy? Especially with internet memes involving him, I'm pretty sure it's not mentioned, even his name, because it would probably cause political arguments in the comments. That must explain why.
Yeah, Dylan, I mentioned why I do not want to explain about that. I just don't want political arguments in my comments, even though I might use politics as comedy and entertainment. And in September of that year, well, we held a vigil for the 9/11 victims, and it was a tragic event ever in America. And in September, it was boring while planning, constant rewrites of the storyline and more. Then came October, we had a Halloween party that's like the Halloween party in 2024, however no blackface or anything controversial. That party was before 2026 also, by the way. Then came the 29th of October 2025, where Dylan told me about SMG4 retiring, and to me, since I've heard about his channel before, I felt bad for the SMG4 community, and Dylan was a SMG4 fan which was not acknowledged before. He first watched SMG4 around May of 2025, and to him, that was terrible for him.
Oh yeah, SMG4, I first watched him in the end of May 2025 and his retirement was unexpected. At least I found a chronological playlist of his videos before he can retire. Should I continue with November?
Oh, sure Dylan, you can explain November of 2025 now.
Oh yeah, November of 2025, after completing the playlist, I then watched his last videos on his SMG4 channel, and apart from that, you celebrated Day of the Dead with me, and everyone, especially your friends. My family also had Thanksgiving, ending up being a normal Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, the Kamoboko squad's Thanksgiving was terrible, with Genya mentioning politics, leading to political arguments during Thanksgiving.
And in December of 2025, we were decorating the Christmas decorations. Then came Christmas, I got clothes, 2 flags of Mexico and America, a copy of Hatchet, and book made by JFK, and on 2 days before SMG4 retires, me and Dylan went to the Mushroom Kingdom to say a goodbye to SMG4.
The visit was fun but still sad, knowing that he'll retire on the 27th, and after seeing his last video I was sad, knowing that he had to retire and he'll no longer make videos.
And then on the New Year's, Tanjiro and Kanao confessed and shared their first kiss. It was amazing, the New Year celebration and him confessing to her. I think I knew their relationship would be romantic. And then in January 2026, I decided to watch SMG4 through the right order, starting off with the Waluigi arc. It was amazing, especially that WotF 2018 rap battle.
And you watched all of SMG4 in another chronological playlist. Oh yeah, then in January we had celebrated Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And in February of 2026, Tanjiro and Kanao had another date at a fancy restaurant, and they also went to the mall together. Then there's the Valentine's dance, which some nerd was like, quote, "Last night was crazy, yeah, what a chud, and it's not even a movie, bro."
And again, it was boring while developing. Then on March, again, nothing interesting, just Tanjiro and the Kamaboko squad going to McDonald's, which went terribly, ending with Inosuke eating all of his friends' fries and meals. And then on St. Patrick's Day, Inosuke literally smashed the green eggs and ham Aoi Kanzuki had made, and again nothing interesting after that, just myself continuing development, and soccer practice. Yes, I'm into soccer in the spring. Then in April, I got pranked by Dylan when he put a mannequin as a dead body in the bathroom. And again, Academy Soccer Games, and even again, more development. Then Earth Day arrived, and Mitsuri and Anya planted a tree in the park, to which classic Caillou decided to stomp on the planted tree, ending up with him getting grounded. And also forgot to mention, spring break in early April, and again, even more development.
Then on May, you continued development. Then Mother's Day arrived and we both give gifts to our moms, me gifting her a watch, and you gave her a pair of boots, which I know you did. Then again, continued development, and your birthday arrived in May 25th, which you've turned 15, and then in May 23rd before that, you created the rebrand channel. And also, in June 2026, we went to a parade celebrating Pride Month, which was nice and amazing. And in sometime in June of 2026, we had the last day of Viento City Academy, and summer is already here, and as part of it, we went to Miami just south of Florida. It was amazing here, especially Miami Beach. We also watched the World Cup, which was a great time of 2026, and now we're discussing what happened when KFVH was inactive and developing for his remake.
And that's all what happened from June 2025, to now in 2026, about all that happened during the time I was developing this rebrand and remake. First remake episode of Dylan Gets Grounded will coming soon by the end of June or July of 2026. Thanks for watching and see you soon.